Hey girls, it is the weekend. I am so excited that it's Friday. It's a great day to be with family and finish out your week and relax. And I don't know about you, but it's cold today. I love fall, but I think this is a little bit too cold. I had to go throw on like a cozy sweater over my long sleeve shirt. I know I look like the village idiot. I'm all kinds of crazy up in here, but I don't care. I have my fuzzy slippers on, and it's one of those days where when you're in the house and you're doing a lot of stuff and it's like a cozy day inside. I don't know about you guys, but I want to junk out. Like, I want something that's going to satisfy a craving. And today, I'm going to satisfy it with some Philly cheesesteak sandwiches with homemade cheese sauce and some French fries. Robbie has been talking about French fries for like a straight week. He's super good about staying away from like fat. We don't eat fast food in my house. We very rarely have any kind of fast food. Like maybe pizza once in a while, but even that I try to make at home. So we haven't really eaten any fries or anything like that. Sometimes I'll do in the air fryer. So I have the air fryer out. I'm going to make the Philly cheesesteak sandwiches and some French fries tonight to satisfy this evil craving that's happening inside of me right now. So it's super easy, you guys. I think you'll like them. They're perfect for game day. I think your hubbies will love them to sit down and watch, the Lions game this weekend, or if you're having like a tailgate party or something like that, or a college football day party or a house or something. These will be great. So I bought a pack of 6 rolls, 6 hoagie buns. I just put them on a lined foil baking pan. I'm preheating my oven to 375. I bought a pound, and this round steak was 1.5 pounds, okay? And what I did with the round steak is I cut it super thin. I took the knife and I cut the pieces. I'm gonna show you, okay? The key to a really good, tender Philly cheesesteak is that you want to cut the meat thin. So you're going to push it down and cut it on an angle. I cut everything up for time purposes so that it's not too long of a video. But here you can see I cut the meat really thin. Okay, you want to cut it really thin. You want to have a good sharp knife, and you want to cut that meat as thin as you can, because when you saute it in the pan, it's going to cook up quicker. Okay, I cut up 1 whole red onion, 1 green pepper, I think they're 4-ounce container of portabella mushrooms. Now you can use the white mushrooms. I choose portabella because I think they're more meaty, and that's the mushroom I prefer to use all the time. I like portabella. So portabella mushrooms, I slice those up. I have 4 cloves of garlic chopped up here, okay? That's what you're gonna need to kind of make the meat part of your sandwich. And then I'll teach you how to do the cheese sauce, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is take some cooking oil, and I have like a little skillet. I'm going to put it in my skillet, just enough, like maybe 2 tablespoons of oil. Put that on the side. This pan is so weird. Have you guys ever had a pan do that? It started off flat, and then when I cooked on it, it got crooked. I don't understand what happened. But anyways, sometimes it bugs me so much that it does that I'll rig it. So I'll put the cup so it'll keep it even. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna turn it on to a medium-high flame, okay? Medium-high flame. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the vegetables and get them nice and tender. And actually, I'm gonna get a plate so that when they're done, I can put them on a plate. And I'm gonna cook those till they're kind of translucent and tender. And then I'll do the meat, okay, in the same pan. So now that the oil is heating up, I'm going to just dump everything in the pan. The garlic, everything. Okay? Get my little spatula. I'm just going to give them a stir and kind of let them start cooking. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt to my veggies. I'm going to add some pepper. I'm going to do a little extra pepper because I happen to like black pepper, but about 1/2 teaspoon is plenty, okay? I just happen to like pepper a lot, okay? And I need my garlic powder. And I'm going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. okay? Half a teaspoon of garlic powder should be just fine. Let me move that out of the way. Hope you guys can see what's happening here. Okay. I cannot wait because my cravings are like kicking hard today. I know I look like the village idiot right now. I have no makeup on. I'm a mess. I put on this crazy sweater. I have slippers on, but I'm comfortable, and that's all that matters. Okay. My oven's preheated to 375. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm just going to saute those until they start to cook down. And it's going to take about a good 5 minutes because you want your mushrooms to really cook down, okay? And I'm not going to add anything else to those. I'm just going to keep mixing them, occasionally stir it until they kind of cook down. And then I'm going to take them out and set them aside, and I'll cook the meat. So I'm going to just pause until I cook down the vegetables, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the rest, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, well, I've let those cook for about 6-7 minutes, and they're starting to look really, really good. I turned the heat down to like a medium because it was cooking a little bit too quick, and I don't want to burn it. But it looks really good. They're translucent. The onion's translucent. The mushroom's starting to brown. It smells amazing, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I got a bowl instead of a plate. I don't know what I was thinking when I said a plate. Hello. I'm going to take that and dump it into the bowl for now. We're going to end up putting them back together. We're going to marry the meat and the veggies in just a little bit here. So I'm going to scrape that out. Oops, and set it aside for now. I'm going to put my pan right back on the flame. I swear sometimes I get more stuff. I drop more than I cook, right? Okay, so I have about 1.5 tablespoons of butter, salted butter. And I'm going to put that into that same pan. If you don't want to use butter, you don't have to. You can use, vegetable oil, whatever. I'm going to put this oil, or I'm sorry, this stick and a half, or oh my God, really? 1.5 tablespoons of butter into the pan. It might be a little closer to 2 tablespoons, if I'm being honest. Okay, I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to add some Worcestershire in just a minute. Worcestershire sauce, I never know how to really describe. It just has the most, it almost smells like an A1 in like a liquid form. That's what it kind of smells like to me. But it's super delicious, and it's going to give the meat some really good flavor. So I'm going to add that in just a second. So my butter, I have it on like a medium heat. The butter's nice and melty in the pan. And now we can go ahead and add our meat. I'm going to go ahead and add the meat. Oh yeah. Okay. Look at that. And I'm going to try to just spread it out a little. This plus the vegetables is going to be plenty for 6 steak sandwiches. Okay. And normally, people might take it and just put cheese on the top and stick it in the oven and, that's it. I'm going to make a cheese sauce, and we're going to hook these bad boys up with some cheese sauce because I need something sinfully good today, and this is going to do the trick for me. So I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit, medium high, so I can get the meat cooking. Like I said, it's super thin, so it shouldn't take very long to brown up the meat. After you're done cooking it, you're going to dump the veggies back in, give it some more time to cook. You're going to add your Worcestershire, let it saute a little bit more. Then we'll build up our sandwiches, and we'll put them on the side here. We're going to top them with cheese too, okay? And then we're going to do some cheese sauce. And then we're going to stick them in the oven, okay? The cheese sauce is going to go on after they come out of the oven. So it's going to brown pretty quickly. It's probably going to take me about maybe 10 minutes to brown off this meat right here. And then I'm going to just come back and add those veggies. I'll brown it, and I'll come back in just a second and show you the very next step. All right, this meat is looking really good. It's starting to brown up really, really, really nicely. Now I'm going to add back in all those vegetables that I sauteed. Oh, sorry, my Tim Hortons coffee's frying away. This is life. I love Tim Hortons so much. Okay, I'm going to add all my veggies back in. Damn, that bowl is hot. Okay, hot bowl. Just going to stir it. Now you're going to have there's going to be a little bit of liquid in the bottom of the pan. That's from the butter and the meat juices and all of that. You're gonna cook this until almost all of that liquid is absorbed, okay? So it's gonna take a little bit, and that's okay. You don't want to build your sandwich with all that liquid at the bottom, so you have to allow it time to simmer and cook out so that you have that your buns are dry, okay, when you layer them up, all right? Okay. I put a little sprinkle of salt and pepper in too. That's the only other thing I added. Okay, so now the Worcestershire. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of the Worcestershire. If you don't have it, I mean, you can skip it. If you don't have it, don't run out and, just get it. But I think it adds a certain extra flavor to it that just makes it taste even better, okay? So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon. And you know me, I'm not the greatest with measuring, so I'm just gonna do it. That's about good. About a tablespoon, okay? Oh, this is hard to not eat right out of the pan right now. It smells amazing. So you can see, I don't know if you guys can see because of the camera, but there's quite a bit of liquid still in the bottom of this pan. So I'm just gonna keep it on that medium heat and let it cook down. And I'm not gonna really bother it too much. I'll occasionally come and just stir it. I'm just gonna kind of let that oil or the water cook out of that and absorb into the meat and the veggies and all that. And then when that's done, we'll come back, we'll build up our sandwich, and I'm gonna show you how to make the cheese sauce. For the cheese sauce, you're gonna need 1 cup of milk. This is skim milk. It's the only kind of milk that I have in my house. I mean, it's fine. If you have whole milk, even better. It'll kind of make it thicker. But I have 1 cup of skim milk. You're gonna need 2.5 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour. A cup of cheese. This one's just a Colby Jack mixture of cheese. If you have mozzarella, you can use that. If you have sharp cheddar, use that. You can use whatever cheese you want. I think that like white cheese sauce goes really good with Philly cheesesteaks, but we're gonna switch it up a little, and I'm gonna do a mixture today and see how that goes. So a cup of my Colby Jack or whatever cheese you have, okay? Don't use the processed stuff like the black stuff, like what do they call that? Velveeta. Don't use that, okay? Real cheese, okay? 2 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna use a teaspoon of garlic, and I'm gonna use a tablespoon of Dijon mustard to make our cheese sauce. So those are the things you're gonna need when you come back. And of course, we're gonna use a little bit of salt in there. When you come back, you're gonna need that to make the cheese sauce. So give me about 3-4 minutes to let this absorb into the mixture, and then I'll be back. We'll do our cheese sauce, we'll build our sandwiches, and we'll be done. Okay, so I'll be back in just 1 minute. All right, the liquid all absorbed into it. It looks fantastic. It smells amazing. I cannot wait to eat this, you guys. Let me just show you the meat mixture really quick here. It's so hot though. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like with the green pepper and onion. It smells fantastic. All right, that's nice and done. So now, this is what I did. Here's my hoagie rolls. And I know there's some health conscious people out there that are probably screaming through the camera at me about how bad this meal is for us, but I don't care. I really want this today. All right, so I took the hoagie rolls and I put just a very little bit in the bottom of that same cheese in the bottom of each roll, okay? My phone just rang, so I don't know if you heard anything I said. I put a little bit of cheese down in each roll right here, all right? And now we're gonna take the meat, make sure, maybe I should use a spoon, it might be a lot easier, okay. And I'm just gonna layer up each one of these buns with the meat mixture. I'll just do a little bit at a time and then go back up and make sure that every one of them has enough meat filling on them. I may have snuck just a little piece of the meat to see how it was. I'm here to tell you, it's good. Oops, we lost a green pepper. Okay. And I open those rolls, kind of wide so that I can fill them really good. And then I'm gonna top, I know you guys, I know this is not healthy. I really do, I get it. I don't give a damn, okay? I wanna eat this, and I'm gonna enjoy every single freaking bite of it today because it's the perfect comfort food for me today. All right, so I filled them all. I'm just gonna go back and fill them a little bit thicker so they're really hearty sandwiches. Robbie is working, so I know when he comes home, he is gonna be so happy that I made these. These are such a good game day thing. I should have waited till Sunday, but I don't know why. I was thinking about it today. I have makeup to do later today, so I figured let me do a quick dinner. Ava probably won't eat them because it's meat, but I can make her a fake steak and cheese, like with the meatless crumbles and green pepper and onion, and I'll just top it with cheese sauce for her. So there's a lot of meat. You can see I'm really loading them up. I mean, they are really full sandwiches. Nobody is going to go hungry. All right, and this was 1.5 pounds of the meat, and it was a round steak. You can use, I don't know if flank steak would be good because it might be too tough. I know that this works really nicely. It's not too tough of a meat. Okay, almost done, girls, almost done. This one looks a little skinny to me over here, a little anorexic, that one. Let me throw that in there. Mama ain't got time for no skinny sandwiches. Let's pack it on here. Hopefully my in-laws will stop by today and they can eat with us. That would be great. Okay. Get rid of that. All right, awesome. Okay, so they're packed pretty full. Okay, each sandwich is pretty full. I'm gonna show you before I tap them with a little bit of cheese. Check them out. Look at that. Delish, right? Okay, so I'm going to use just the smallest amount so that it'll melt over the meat and kind of hold it into the bread. That's why I put some in the bottom too. And then we'll top it with our cheese sauce. It's going to give it just an extra little oomph, okay? You might have to eat this bad boy with a fork and knife because it's going to be one big salmon. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for now. I'm not going to stick them in the oven quite yet, just simply because I can't keep an eye on them. Now we're going to make the cheese sauce that we're going to use on the top, okay? So we're going to take, now this is very important. You need to be very careful and you need to watch it when you're doing the cheese sauce because if you don't whisk it, and you need a whisk, okay? If you don't whisk it, it's not going to, the flour's not going to go even in the butter. It's going to separate and it's going to be gross, all right? And there's no salvaging it. So this is 2 tablespoons of butter going in that pot right there, okay? I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn on like a medium heat, not much higher than that, okay? Once this butter melts down, we're going to give it a minute. Once that melts down, then I'm going to add my 2.5 tablespoons of flour. And I'll evenly put it over, kind of sprinkle it a little bit at a time, like 1 tablespoon, then the other tablespoon. I have a fuzzy in my eye and it's driving me crazy. I don't know where it's at and it's really irritating me. Okay, anyhow, 2 tablespoons of butter, then you'll sprinkle in a tablespoon of flour and whisk it as you're doing it, then add your next one and whisk it, add your half and whisk it. That way you know your cheese sauce isn't gonna separate on you and you don't want the flame too high on your butter. It will cook fast and it'll burn. Okay, so you gotta make sure that you're keeping an eye on it, stirring it down. I wanna wait till it melts all the way down before adding the flour because I want it evenly distributed over the butter in here. There you go. I love the smell of butter. Man, I don't know how I'm at 7,000 calories now, the way I like to drink. Okay. So, see if you let it go for just even a second, it's gonna burn. So you gotta watch it real careful. So now I'm gonna take my flour, because the butter's all melted. I have 1 tablespoon. I'm a lefty, so it's kind of hard for me. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it evenly in the butter, a little bit at a time. Sorry, there's my lawn guys out doing the lawn right now. We're gonna do another one. Stir, stir, stir. Don't let it burn. Another one, a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. And up 1/2 tablespoon. Okay? A little bit at a time. Whisk, whisk, whisk. There you go. Switch hands here. And you want to stir it until it's all melted. All that flour is melted into the butter. So there's no clumps. and it's melted down. Perfect. Now I'm gonna add my milk, my 1 cup of milk. Like I said, and whisk as you're doing it. Pour it in a little bit of time, whisk, whisk, whisk. Okay? Because you don't want clumps. There we go. You have to have a whisk for this. There's no other kitchen tool that's gonna do the trick. Okay? All right. Milk will also burn if you don't keep an eye on it, and you don't want it to scald and get scorched, because you can't salvage the sauce, then you'd have to start over, okay? So I'm just gonna stir it. Now, I love the taste of Dijon, and it's gonna give a little bit of a kick to the cheese sauce. It's kind of give it that, like tartness that I want. So I'm gonna add just about a tablespoon. This is a brand new one. About a tablespoon of Dijon. I want to watch that flame so that I don't burn this milk. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of the Dijon. If you don't have it, not a big deal. Don't worry about it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Don't use regular mustard. Just use Dijon. Okay, now I want to show you. It's really, I don't know if you guys can see good, but that sauce is thickening up really, really nicely. I might have to add a pinch more milk, but maybe not. I'm going to turn the heat down, okay? I just want to turn it down so I don't burn it. Now I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of garlic, minced garlic. Half a teaspoon, minced garlic. We're doing a garlic cheese sauce. Oh. My God, up in heaven, this is going to be amazing. Okay, now here comes the fun part, the cheese. I'm going to add 1 cup of this cheese right here. 1 cup. I'm estimating, you can measure if you want. Okay, 1 cup. Down it goes with the whisk. Simple to make, right? Very simple. We're going to add some salt and pepper to it because it's necessary. That garlic's going to give it a really nice flavor, and it's going to add a little extra something to our sandwiches over here. Can't wait, girls. Can't wait. You can even put this in a little ramekin on the side and let it dip their sandwich in it, or you can pour it over. Either way. It's really thick and cheesy. Look. Look at that. Okay, this is really, now I can turn off my heat. Turn off the heat, and you can continue to put in your salt, your pepper. I'm going to do about half a teaspoon of salt, not much. Pour in some pepper here, a few shakes of pepper. That's it. Bam. And I'm going to top those bad boys with some jalapenos to give it a little bit of heat after I put the cheese sauce on. Okay? That's it. My cheese sauce is finito. It's done. Okay? So I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to put these in the oven for a few seconds. You don't need long, like maybe 3 minutes until the cheese is melted and you get a little bit of a crusty, crunchy bread. So in they go, okay? Couple minutes, maybe 3 minutes at the most. I'll come back. I'm going to show you how to top them with that cheese sauce, some jalapeno, and we're going to try it. And I can't wait. The fries aren't even ready yet, and I don't care. I'm still going to eat the sandwich first. I'll see you back in just a minute. All right, here we go. They're ready to come out of the oven. I'm sorry that I keep having to stop and pause it and kind of put it all together, but it's the only way. I'm not the greatest at doing these videos. I wish I was a little better, but you guys get the idea of what I'm doing, and I always try to see how it goes in and out when I step closer. I don't know. I'm technologically challenged, but I do the best I can. They're ready to come out of the oven. I warmed up the cheese sauce just a little bit over a low heat, and I can continually stir it, okay? OMG. Yes. Okay. Really? Look at these. Please don't let me drop them. Oh, that would be tragic. Look. Oh, wow. Right? Oh, wow. Okay. I can't wait to try this. All right. I'm going to turn off the cheese sauce. I'm going to take a few jalapenos. I don't want it too spicy, but I want a little tiny bit. Just want a couple on there. Just a couple. That's good. Like 4. Okay. And I'm going to chop them up because it just makes it nicer to eat. Right? I might not even use all of it, but just chop up a few jalapeno rings. You could even do fresh jalapeno in the meat mixture if you wanted, if you like that heat. no problem. You could add anything you want to it, but I'm trying to keep it kind of classic, right? Okay, now let me grab one. Okay, which one do I want? I think I have a sickness because I get super excited about food. It's sad, honestly. The bun is it's crunchy enough, but it's not too hard that you can't eat it. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, watch. Here we go. Let me get a spoon. I'm so excited that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be messy as all hell, right? It's okay. All right, here's the cheese sauce. Oh, yes. What does Emerald Lagasse say? Bam. There you go. Look at that. A little bit of cheese sauce. I'm going to put my little chopped up jalapeno on there. Not all of it, maybe, because it might be too hot for me. Oh my God. Let me grab a plate. Like, I don't even know why I'm grabbing a plate. I'm like a savage right now. Okay, are you guys ready for this? It might be too hot. I got to show you this up close. It's like food porn. This is like amazing. Okay, are we ready? I'm about to make a huge pig out of myself here. Are you ready? Oh my God. You guys. The meat is super tender. The cheese sauce has that tanginess to it. Oh my God. It is so worth it. Delicious. Talking with my mouth full. I'm sorry. It's amazing. Make them for your husband. He will love you for them. I'm going to go finish the fries and I'm going to go eat this one in private where nobody can see me so I can really dip it in the cheese sauce and get all messy. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll waffle and I'll see you soon, okay? Recipe below. Let me know what you think.